Hey there! You know that achoo moment? We all do it, right? But it's something we probably never really stop to think about. Well, today we're going to do just that. Because behind that simple sneeze is some seriously cool and pretty powerful science. So let's get into it.
Seriously, have you ever really thought about it? I mean, what is actually happening in your body when that feeling takes over? What's the trigger? Is it really that fast? And what's the point of it all? Well, you're in the right place because we are about to break it all down.
Okay, so first things first. What is a sneeze? Let's just get right to the definition. The subtitle here says it all, really. It's an involuntary powerhouse. That means it's something your body just does automatically and with way more force than you'd expect.
So here's the official take. It's a sudden, forceful, involuntary burst of air. Let's really look at those words. Sudden, it comes out of nowhere. Forceful, it's got some serious power behind it. And the big one, involuntary. This is key. You don't choose to sneeze. You can't really control it. It's a pure reflex, kind of like a built-in alarm system for your nose.
Right, so that leads us to the why. Why do we do this? A sneeze isn't just some weird random body quirk. Nope, it has a very specific job. A mission, if you will. Your body is launching this thing for a reason, and it's all about protection. So what's the mission?
It's actually pretty simple. The main goal? To blast your airways clean. That's it. It's your body's first line of defense for your lungs and nose. You can think of it like a super high-powered, high-speed cleaning crew that just forcefully evicts anything that shouldn't be there.
And what are we kicking out exactly? Well, all the usual suspects. You've got dust, the stuff you see floating in a sunbeam, pollen, the enemy of so many of us during allergy season, smoke, even just a little bit. But here's the really important part. It also expels viruses and bacteria. So it's your body's way of trying to get rid of germs before they can make you sick. Pretty smart, huh?
All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the really cool part, the how. How does this whole thing actually work? We're about to go inside what you could call sneeze mission control, which is basically your brain, to see the entire launch sequence unfold. And this whole thing happens in like a split second. It's a three-step process. First, you get an irritation alert. A little nerve in your nose goes, "Whoa, intruder," and sounds the alarm. Step 2, that signal gets zapped straight to the sneeze center deep in your brain. And finally, step 3, the brain takes over and issues the commands, take a huge breath, slam your eyes and throat shut, and then blast! All that air comes rocketing out. It's this perfectly timed, coordinated little explosion.
So we know something has to irritate those nerves to push the launch button. But you might be surprised by the list of things that can actually do it. It goes way beyond just dust and pollen. Some of these triggers are honestly kind of weird.
Okay, check this out. Of course, you've got the standard stuff. Allergies from pollen or pet dander, and infections like a cold or the flu. Irritants like perfume or smoke, that makes sense. But then you get to the cool ones, like bright light. For some people, walking out into the sun makes them sneeze. That's a real thing called the photic sneeze reflex. And how about spicy food? That's called gustatory rhinitis. Even just a sudden change in temperature, like breathing in cold air, can be enough to set it off. The human body is wild, right?
All right, let's start to wrap this up with some mind-blowing facts about the sneeze itself. We'll talk about the sheer power behind it, and then finish with a little bit of advice on when you should probably pay a bit more attention to your sneezes.
Whoa! Just look at that number. 100 miles per hour. That's 160 kilometers per hour. We're talking car on the highway speed. That's how fast the droplets from a sneeze can travel. And that right there is exactly why it's so important to cover your mouth. That little blast is a super spreader rocket for germs powered by your own body.
And what about this one? I bet you've heard this before. Go on, try to sneeze with your eyes open. You can't do it. Well, it's pretty much impossible anyway. And it's not just a weird habit, it's a reflex. It's part of the same command from your brain that triggers the sneeze in the first place. Your brain just automatically tells your eyes to shut, probably to protect them from all the stuff you're blasting out.
So, look, 99% of the time, a sneeze is totally fine. It's just your body doing its job. But you should pay attention if it gets a little out of hand. Like if you're sneezing all the time and you have no idea why, or if it comes with other more serious stuff like wheezing, or if it just won't go away for weeks and it's messing with your life. Yeah, that's probably a good time to go see a doctor.
So I want to leave you with this one final question to chew on. We've just learned that a sneeze is this super powerful, totally necessary defense system for your body. So, knowing that, knowing how much force is involved and what its mission is, should you ever try to hold one in? Something to think about the next time you feel that tickle. Thanks for diving into the science of the sneeze with me.